We are back at the Elizabeth Taylor Archive and we are here with the co-trustee Tim Mendelsohn, who is going to show us more of her personal items. So these are Elizabeth's riding boots and helmet from the film Giant.
Correct.
Why did you guys want to highlight these in the archive?
Well, because I mean, that was one of her most important films. And actually, what's so great about that film is it's the beginning of her really trying to be independent. And, you know, she'd been under the thumb of the movie studio, MGM, and her parents. And she was married to Michael Wilding. And she's just started to realize, look, I've got to grow up and be my own woman. She really fought for the role in Giant.
I was also fortunate enough to see this Halston dress when I was touring Elizabeth Taylor's private archive that she wore to the 1976 Bicentennial Academy Awards, where she introduced a performance of America the Beautiful. How long did you work for Elizabeth Taylor?
Over 20 years. I started working for her in 1990 and she passed away in 2011. So now I'm a trustee for her estate, co-trustee, and I'm an officer of the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation.
And what are you showing us right now?
Arguably the most famous piece of jewelry that Richard bought Elizabeth was a 69 carat pear-shaped diamond. When it went to auction and he was bidding against Aristotle Onassis for Jackie Kennedy. He actually gave his attorney a number and Cartier outbid him. So he was so upset, so disappointed, he reached out to Cartier and said, I've got to get this for Elizabeth. She has to have this diamond. So he gave them an extra, it was like $1,050,000 with the agreement that they could put it on display for 2 weeks in New York.
And what you're seeing right here is actually a scrapbook that Cartier made for Elizabeth. There is only 2 that exist. The other one was made for Cartier and it is in Paris. And here's a postcard that Elizabeth Taylor actually sent her parents after Richard Burton gifted her with the Krupp diamond, also known as the Elizabeth Taylor diamond. And as you can see from this replica that the Elizabeth Taylor estate has, she drew it true to size. And I couldn't talk about Elizabeth Taylor without mentioning her award-winning perfume line.
She was not the first celebrity to have a fragrance, but she was the first to create a fragrance empire.
And she truly did build an empire. Her fragrances have received multiple Fragrance Foundation awards, including a Lifetime Achievement Award for White Diamonds, which is still one of the best-selling fragrances every year, even 35 years later. In 1965, Elizabeth Taylor published Elizabeth Taylor, an informal memoir, after doing over 40 hours of interviews with Richard Merriman. And these are the actual audio tapes that Elizabeth kept from those interviews, which were later used in the 2024 HBO original Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes. This was truly the biggest dream come true, and I cannot thank the Elizabeth Taylor estate enough for having me. Be sure to check out more of Elizabeth's personal items from her private archive on elizabethtaylor.com.